Hey guys, welcome to my new players tips and tricks guide for Black Desert Online. We're going to cover everything you need to know. As a new player, we're going to get you all the way through seasonal and then what you should be looking to do after seasonal, which is what a lot of guides forget to kind of mention for you. We're also going to cover what you should be buying on the Pearl Shop and basically everything in between. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to have to pick a server. I have both North American and EU accounts. So like obviously it will basically be a little bit different for you. It'll say NA Serendia 5 or EU Serendia 5, depending on which region that you're on. But these are different channels. Okay, you have to select your server in the launcher. So hopefully you pick the right one. But this is where you select your channels. I highly recommend as a new player that you start out with these channels up here. Oh my gosh, why is my... Okay, it's... there we go. Nice and big. Nice and big. Okay, so you have your... These are the season and like the novice servers. Okay, so strongly recommend starting up here on like the novice only season servers. Okay, this is a fresh account. For this particular account here, I just changed it to EU. And just low-key, every account can have an account on NA and EU, but you cannot transfer between the regions. So once you start on one, make sure that's the region that you want to do. A lot of players have a question, what's the difference between NA and EU? In North America, there are a lot more outfits sitting on the marketplace. So like you can buy more, you can get more cron stones available to you. It's also easier to get outfits for your characters. And in EU, the average intelligence of the player that you're going to run into is about 70 higher than North America. Realistically speaking, EU has a lot more life skillers on the market. So their marketplace is going to be a lot more saturated with like consumable items and life skilling things. It's way easier to get like elixirs and stuff on EU and various things like that. So like, I don't know, they both have their advantages. I'd say slightly more people play on EU, but both servers are probably the two most active servers in the game. So you really can't go wrong with either. I strongly recommend that if you're in North America, you use the North American server, and if you're in Europe, use the EU server. We just got central servers for NA, so the servers are now located in Chicago, which is great. Anyway, now when you move to the character creator, you're gonna click this. Do you want to create a new character? Yes, I do. It's gonna pop up with this screen right here. Always make a seasonal character. Do not create a normal character. That is a huge mistake, okay? Seasonal character is just an objective win. Then it's going to take you to this screen where you're going to have to choose a class. Now, I have a choose your class guide series. This is the hardest decision that a new player is going to have to make, is what class you're going to play. But it is not by any means definite. However, the sooner you pick the correct class, the sooner you can start having like a lot more fun with the game. Okay, so I have a choose your class guide series. It's linked in the video description. Check it out. It's like 2 or 3 minutes on each class in the game. It shows you the APM required for the class, the actions per minute, how hard the class is to pick up and play, how high of a skill ceiling it has. So like how hard is it to reach the highest possible level on the class. And then it shows you what succession looks like and what awakening looks like. Sadly, our launcher today is only going to be able to give you these little videos down here, and it does not do a good job of kind of showcasing the class for you. So again, check out my choose your class guide videos. You will do super well with those. So I'll kind of run through them very quickly, but I strongly recommend going through those guides. Scholar is the newest class in Black Desert. Oh, I want to go back. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Okay. Scholar's the newest class in Black Desert as of the making of this video. We're going to be getting a pipe class next month, probably after the Heidel Ball, which is really cool. She uses a hammer. She's great. So if you're an intellectual and you like thinking, she also talks to you while you're grinding and she laughs and stuff. She's very positive in nature. It's very cool. Wusa does not have very many lewd outfits in the game, but I assure you she is dragging the wagon under there. She has a pimp cane that she walks around with, and she beats the holy shit out of everyone with a fan, which is pretty cool. These people are probably the second largest Giga Chads in our entire community. If you love walking around with a big sword, this is absolutely the class for you. Okay, warrior is basically a great all-around class for basically everything in the game. You really can't go wrong with it. Like, it's just the standard hack and slash Giga Chad class. If you're a complete loser anime weeb, you pick this one. Sage is super great. This is the main character. If you like to be the main character in any story, this is your guy. He's basically a Greek god in the lore. If you haven't had sex in the last 3 years, you can play Ranger. It's a super great class. Just make sure that you have your chastity belt on, because the game will check. This is the class that you play if you want to be stepped on a regular basis, or you feel like that just in general, if a woman walks into the room, you just lay down out of habit because you're a bottom. This is absolutely the class that you play. If Guardian doesn't suit your fancy, Draconia is a great class as well. It basically channels the dragon. You look super, super cool as a dragon on this class. And again, she's another step on me mommy class. If you hate yourself and your favorite band is Evanescence, Sork is a great class for you. Nova is fantastic as long as you're not playing Succession. If you're playing Awakening Nova and you are a big fan of cocaine, it's a super great class for you. Just make sure that you have enough drugs to kind of get the job done. Corsair is awesome if you like to RP as a pirate. She also has the second best boob slider in the game, so that's a W right there. Lan is probably the most attractive class in the game. She's got the lewdest outfits overall, and you're going to get the most looking emotes from chat whenever you have a Lan on the screen. It is what it is. Next, we have the biggest Giga Chad in the entire game. He stands about an entire foot or two taller than basically every other class in the game, except for maybe Sage. Shy's come up to like his knees. Absolute specimen Giga Chad pros. In the cons column, you have looks like an absolute troll. Okay, and when I say troll, I mean you look like an ogre. Your entire persona is completely disgusting. The class is disgusting, but you are an absolute specimen. If we walk over to Megu and Wusa are sisters. We talked about that before. Wusa, again, is the one with the pimp cane and the fan and stuff. Megu, again, I assure you, is dragging the wagon under there. That's great and everything. She's a very attractive class. Awakening and Succession are both good options on her, but Succession is considered stronger in the current metagame, but like it's got like, I don't know, it's got a lot of AoEs, feels really good. It's the most popular class in the game, flows crazy well. Can't go wrong with either spec on this class. This is the class that you choose if you are a super anime fan and also might be on an FBI watch list. This is the class that you play if you're already definitely on an FBI watch list. This is the class that you play if you probably don't speak English very good. I honestly, Striker loves to gallop around. This is the only class in the game where if you make the character model correct, you actually go faster. So if you make your arms long enough, you actually become a quadruped and can gallop around like a silverback gorilla, having a great time. But I assure you that you're going to need to be able to speak Primate if you're going to play this class, okay? And if you don't speak Primate, you're going to learn very quickly and you're going to lose brain cells. This is the class, if you're a Yasuo main, this is the class for you. This is the 0 and 7 power spike dipshit weeb Andy class. Only losers play this, so just get on board with that. Losers that want to play a girl class, play this one instead. She has the largest boob slider in the game. She's absolutely fantastic. This is the female Primate. She uses her legs. Striker uses his arms. Either way, you're still speaking monkey. But Mystic is fantastic, especially if you're a leg guy. Valkyrie is awesome if you love that cleric paladin thematic. Although it is kind of a difficult class to play in the Awakening format. She basically comes with everything available to you, but none of her outfits are lewd, so you're not going to be able to stare at your character unless you have the Insular, in which case you're going to be staring from the bottom up. You'll thank me later. This is the class you play if you hate yourself. This is the class you play if you hate yourself but you want to live out an anime fantasy. Dark Knight is the class that you play if you want to play one of the most attractive classes in the game with some of the most attractive visual effects in the game. Some of the most stunning visual effects in the game are Dark Knights, but also just understand that you're squishier than a fart in the wind, so just bear that in mind. This is the class you play if you like to play that classic wizard thematic, okay? Like you really just want like that caster wizard. You can make him look super old too. He basically looks like he needs his AARP card. They did try to change his model to be younger recently, but we can still see it and we hate that. This is the class you play if you had a gender reveal party growing up, and then this is the class you play if you like that caster thematic, want to be objectively worse than wizard, but want to play booba. Okay, have I gotten through everything? We're good? All right, so we hate ourselves, so we're going to go ahead and play Kunoichi. Okay, so you could go into the character creator here. In the bottom left here, you're going to see the beauty album. I highly recommend you can customize your character. BDO has a massive amount of customization that you could do for your character. I strongly recommend just opening up the customization album down here and then picking the one that you like the most. So in this case, I'm just going to apply the most popular here. Yes, she looks very nice. Fantastic. We're just going to make a couple modifications to this very quickly here. We're just going to widen this up. There we go. All right, now we'll go back. Okay. All right. You put your name in the bottom right down here, and then you just click create character. Again, make sure that you have the season character selected. Okay. I will also say that there's a horoscope on this right side over here. How do I change the... Here we go, horoscope. It does not matter which one of these you choose. If you talk to the wrong Black Desert Online player, they're going to give you some spiel about how this has to do with your RNG, or you roll horses better, or you enhance better in October, or whatever horoscope that you choose. No one actually gives a shit. I'm going to pick an elephant. Who cares? There we go. There's my Kunoichi right there. And then you can just kind of enter however you want. Configure the screen shake effect. Strongly recommend you just turn this off. I know that it seems super cool, and you can start with it like this. You can modify this later. But yeah, it kind of gets on people's nerves after a while. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it to nothing. You can start with it if you want to, but eventually you're going to turn it off. I'm going to turn all of this off as well. I recommend using the arrow feature. It's probably the easiest of the four, but I've seen people use basically everything. Sometimes they like more immersion, and the guiding fairy is what they want, or no guide, and there's just an arrow. Is really nice as well. Obviously, graphical qualities, it completely remastered so that we can see the booba nice and well. Low power option is off. That way your computer, because you do not want to turn this on, because if you have it on, your computer will run at like 1/10 of the performance that it's supposed to. There we go. We're going to complete. We're going to go in. It's probably going to make me do the tutorial, which kind of sucks. Well, I mean, the tutorial's fine. We get to do a little bit of combat. It's whatever. Oh, I can hit R and skip it.
Are you awake?
Nobody cares. Okay, so...
Was it a nightmare? You even cried out. How are you feeling? We must be on our way.
Yeah, you can hold R and skip cutscenes in this game. And sometimes you can hold R and then the story goes, you can't actually skip it.
We stand on the sands of the Black Desert, called such for the long-buried black stone.
Yeah, you just have to hold R.
Whose supreme power has captured the attention of many nations.
You should take a good look at Elezra. That's the girl walking in front of us. She's literally the culprit for everything. If you make a new character and do your succession questline, there's a good chance that it's Elezra the entire time. I'm just gonna save you the trouble. Okay, these are all just a bunch of RPing Sorks. Again, they hate themselves, but not as much as I do, which is why I win this fight. It's such a good tutorial, guys. Wow! Is that 3 legs, or is he just happy to see me? Holy Jesus! Put it away, there's kids playing. Alright, so there are 3 choices that you can choose for the main story after you finish the tutorial. You can choose 2 mistakes and the correct one. Okay, that's basically how it goes. This one's the shortest of the 3. However, it gives you the least return on your investment. So you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, which is fine because you can just use the Magnus to kind of get around, but you still have to explore down to these other regions before you actually do that. But like, so yeah, you're going to be kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It is going to give you an earring, but like, it's just the least beneficial of the 3, but it is the fastest. This one is the longest of the 3, and is again in the middle of nowhere, but like, it's probably the best overall like storytelling of the 3. So if you're really big into like the lore and the story and stuff, you're probably going to have the most fun exploring the different things that are going on in Land of the Morning Light. Just understand it's really long. And again, the payoff for it is probably the best of the 3, but like This one is the best because it puts you right in the middle of where most of the players are going to be. You have a higher chance of meeting people, of getting power leveled. You're exploring the major important regions first. And it's probably actually, I would argue that Ancient Stone Chamber is probably the best of the three to start at, just because in terms of reward for your investment, I take it back. I think that Ancient Stone Chamber is also better for the various things that it unlocks for you within the game. So strongly recommend starting at Ancient Stone Chamber, and then you'll have to do all three of them eventually anyway, but just start with Ancient Stone Chamber in my opinion. Okay, after you finish the tutorial and pick your quest line, this really annoying black ball is going to float in here. There's nothing you can do about this. It's a bug. It's been in the game since it started. We hate this guy, but like, he's going to be talking to you for about the entire main story, and then every time you enhance, you basically are going to blame all of your troubles on this thing. Okay, he's just not going to go away. Just keep talking to him every time you don't know what the to do. All right, okay, it's very important that you understand how this works. On the right side of your screen, right over here, this is the important stuff. This is the main story. There's the normal quest UI, and then there's the story quest UI. You need to do the main story, okay? And you can just click the little dude, boom, and it will auto path you, and you're done. Okay, that's how you get to the next quest. Now, if you want to see what the quest is, or you need to read something, you can hit O as in Octopussy. You open up your quests here. Okay, you can click on main, and you can see kind of where you're supposed to go. Once you are high enough level, when you hit O in your quest tab, you need to make sure you hit this button at the very bottom. That will show all quests. Okay, if ever there's a reason where you're like, I went to the NPC and it doesn't have the quests that I need, hit O, show all quests. You have to do this on every character because Pearl Abyss is stupid. Okay, it's different on every single character, and there's always a question a new player has. I can't see the quest. I can't find the quest. It's because you have it hidden. You have to hit O and hit this button. Okay. Okay. So eventually you're going to hit enter because you're going to want to go into the general chat and chat PvP with the rest of the degenerates. Okay. You need to pick. This is your family name. Okay. Not your character name. Your character has a name and your family has a name. No matter what character you swap to, your family name will always be above your name. Okay. I am not sure why the game has hating myself as the example, but that's actually pretty funny. Like, is that my character's name? Maybe that was my character's name. Maybe that was my character's name. Regardless, you want to make sure that your family name is what everyone's going to call you by. This is the name that everybody in the game is going to recognize you by. Like my family name, for example, is Blue Squadron. Like, your character names or whatever, nobody really gives a shit what your character name is most of the time. It's the family name that everybody knows you by. So you want to make sure that it's something professional. So at level 10, you can edit your UI. Okay. I'm not sure why sooner. In my UI guide, I kind of explain everything in great detail, but you can hit escape, click edit UI. This quest widget, don't need it. Just turn that off. Screw that. This main one, you keep this on. This is the go-to. All right. You just keep that on. All right. The rest of it I explained in my UI guide, which you should go watch if you really want to see all that stuff. I would also recommend turning off all the alerts. You can hit escape, go to settings, and then you go to general alerts. Just turn all this crap off. Nobody cares about any of this stuff. Yeah, all that stuff can basically go off and you're good to go. Okay. Now, eventually on your journey, you're going to want to look better. Okay, they're the only thing that you can look at. That's great. That's crazy. There we go. All right, we fixed it. All right. Everybody happy now? We're good. So eventually along your journey, you're going to want to open the Pearl Shop. It is in F3. I'm going to very quickly go through what you should want to buy in the Pearl Shop. Okay. They're going to give you coupons. All right. And there's going to be a lot of deals. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. I'm just going to explain this stuff to you so that you don't make any mistakes when you're, you don't make any mistakes, when you're going through stuff. Okay. Number one, the most important thing that you should probably buy is the season pass. if you're going to spend money. Okay, so on the top right of your screen, you're going to see this little button. Here, we're going to make it a pink arrow. That way everybody can see it. It's right here. It's right here. Okay. You click the season pass right here. All right, and if you want to unlock the season pass, it's called the Black Spirit Pass. So if I go in here, you can buy the Black Spirit Pass like this. I recommend doing it this way. That way you don't buy the wrong pass, because there are two types of passes and the game does not do a super good job of explaining to you which one is which. You're looking for the Black Spirit Pass. It's 3K pearls, which is about $30. Okay. You get a lot of stuff for the Black Spirit Pass. You do not want the Step Up Pass. Okay. You want the Black Spirit Pass. That's probably the most efficient bang for your buck money-wise that you can spend. You're going to get all these extra things, which include outfits, maids, which are really good. Maids basically allow you to access things in like other storages around the world on the go without having to need to be at the storage keeper itself. Maids are super useful when you're grinding. All right, they're found under the function tab. They're found under the travel aid. They're found under the function tab. They're found under the travel. Where the travel aid? Yeah, they're found under travel aid. There we go. Right here. Normally there are maids here. Okay. I don't necessarily recommend buying these off the get-go, but they are good purchases if you see a good deal and you want more maids. You really can't go wrong. They are permanent additions to your account. I only recommend buying things that are permanent additions to your account. I don't recommend buying temporary things unless it's like a value pack, a Comma Blessing, or a Book of Old Moon, which we will go through. But yeah, these are permanent and they allow you to move stuff around without being like at the storage keeper. There is a weight limitation on it and like a type count limitation on it, but like a quantity limitation on it. But like, yeah, that's why having more maids helps. I recommend getting like 3 or 4 transaction maids, which are for the central market. And then the rest are just all storage maids. So you're going to need way more storage maids than you're going to need transaction maids, just as a heads up. Anyway, Black Spirit Pass, that's what maids are. Under the function tab, you're going to look at inventory and weight. These are pretty good, especially as a new player. You can see all the special deals for inventory and weight. This is really good. You don't need to buy this stuff, though. You need to understand that there's free weight in the game under the loyalties tab. In here, you can buy free weight on every character. You can buy this 4 times, which is 200 pounds. That's great. There's also ways for your fairy to have to help increase your weight as well. You don't need weight. You don't need inventory, but they certainly help you. It's more of a convenience thing than anything else, but it's certainly not going to help you progress very much faster. Overall, you just have to use maids faster or go to your horse a little bit more frequently. Doesn't really matter too much, but kind of a convenience thing. But if you are going to buy it, these are not bad because they're permanent. Character slot expansion coupons are definitely worthwhile when you can get them on sale, mainly because the more characters you have in BDO, the more energy regen you have, the more alts you can put in different cities, because it's like, oh no, I have to go to Caltheon for that. Wait, I have an alt for that. Oh, I have to go all the way to Valencia for that. No, I have an alt for that. So having alts is really good. It also allows you to try other classes too, which is something that I would recommend for you. You do get, I think, like 3 or 4 character slots when you start the game, but the character expansion slots are typically always good, and they're very rarely on sale except when like a new character kind of comes out. You can get an unlimited amount of character expansion coupons from the loyalty shop. So again, you can just get these from loyalties. Loyalties you get just by logging in every day. If you hit Y, this is your loyalties this is your challenge reward tab menu, and if you scroll down, you get 200 loyalties every single day just by logging in, and then they give them away as login rewards, so you get thousands as login rewards too. You're gonna get a lot of those, so you can keep getting character expansion slots. Admittedly, it is 10k loyalties per character expansion slot, so I recommend getting to like 6 or 7 and then just kind of buying them with loyalties as you go. You can't go wrong. You don't have to spend money on it every time if you don't want to. The rest of these, the pets are not bad as long as you're getting a bunch of pets. This looks like you're getting, you can select multiples. How many pets are you getting here? Okay, so you're getting 3 pets here for 13 bucks. That's really good. Normally pets are about $10 a piece. Pets help you pick up loot, and you're going to want at least tier 3 pets. The game is going to give you 5 pets for free at a minimum, and that's if there's not a ball going on or an event going on or whatever. You're going to get 5 at least for free. Maybe 6 or 7, to be honest with you. So, like, understand, you're going to get a full arsenal of pets on your own. But if you want to like go out, like when it comes time to go grind, you're probably going to want at least tier 3 pets. Tier 4 are really good, but they're much more expensive to try to upgrade your to try to upgrade to. So tier 3 is pretty easy to get to. Overall, I have a pet guide. Check it out if you want to know more about pets, but they help you pick up loot. You're going to get a fair number of them for free. I wouldn't recommend investing right away, but it's something to look at for later. Weight, like I said, weight's not required, but it is permanent and it's good. But understand that weight and inventory are character specific. Okay, so if I buy weight and inventory for my Kunoichi here, my Dark Knight will not have it. Okay, my Musa will not have it. My Meiwa will not have it, and that is just the way that it goes. Okay, so like if you buy weight and inventory, you're only buying it on one character. Okay, it is not family wide. Maids are family wide. You can, if you have 50 maids, you can use them all on your Kuno, or you can use them all on your Dark Knight, or all on your whatever, like your Mystic or whatever. Okay, so that's why I like maids. Maids are effectively weight for all intents and purposes, because like every single time on the go, if you start getting overweight, if you have enough maids, you can basically just keep transferring stuff to storage and keep going. So like you have a critical mass amount of maids, you'll probably be okay. Now that being said, that's going to require a lot of maids if you're going to do that. I've been playing the game a long time. I would say they hand away about one maid every 1 to 2 months for free. Okay, so as you play the game, you're going to get these for free kind of as you go. I have over probably 60 or 70. I've only ever bought probably 7 or 10 maids, and they just keep giving them to me all the time. And so like they give them away pretty frequently, but like you can get them on sale. Again, I don't recommend buying them necessarily at full price, but they're on sale pretty frequently. As far as the pearl boxes go, there's many different types of pearl boxes in this game. Typically speaking, just move the decimal over twice, and that's how much money it is. Okay, so if it's 1,000 pearls, it's going to cost you $10. If it's 2,000 pearls, it's going to cost you $20, and you get the idea. Okay, now that being said, there are these things in this game called 1+1 boxes. We have one right here, so I'm glad I can demonstrate this. The 3,000 plus 3,000 pearl box. In other words, it's $30, but instead of only getting $30 worth of pearls, you're getting $60 worth of pearls. This is effectively 50% off everything on the cash shop. You're getting 2 times as many pearls for half the money, right? Or for the same amount of money. So this is really good. This is when I would recommend buying pearls. If you're going to spend money on the game, you should wait for a 1+1 box and then spend money on the 1+1 box, because your money gets stretched way further. If you have the money to burn, it's not the end of the world. Just buy whatever is kind of the most efficient at the time. But like if you watch my my patch note rundowns, I highly recommend just watching those, and then just like kind of you can just skip to the pearl shop thing. Is there a 1+1 box this week? Oh, there is. Boom. Now you know when you can spend money. Now, what are things that you highly recommend to buy right away? Where is it? Well, you don't need to buy it right away. But the thing that's probably the most important to get when you start grinding and like quality of life wise in the world, as you start to step into the game outside of like the main storyline, is this right here. This is not by any means necessarily required. There is a free-to-play tent in the game, but it's not nearly as good. Okay. The campsite allows you to repair your gear on the go, which is what its primary use is. You can also tent buff, which gives you like a higher drop rate. You can get that from the free-to-play tent though as well, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But this tent also allows you to villa buff on the go as well, which helps you buff up a little bit more while you're grinding. And so it's just a little bit more convenient to do that as well. It's just a really good quality of life thing. Normally the tent at full price is about $50 US, which is way too expensive. Don't recommend spending that kind of money on it, and you don't need it until you kind of finish the main story and start grinding. So like you can kind of wait for it to go on sale. Okay, if you get a 1+1 box, so right now there's like that 30 plus 30 box, right? That means you spent $30 for $60 worth of pearls. Okay, now it's on sale for 20% off. Then you use a coupon on it as well. Okay, and you get 20% off that too. All right, now ultimately you end up spending like probably like, I don't know, $20 on the tent. All things said and done, $15 on the tent. That's much more reasonable price. I recommend buying it in a smart way if you're going to do it. The tent is usable on every single character that you have. So if you buy it, you can use it on all your characters. It is account wide. You don't have to worry about that. Or use the free-to-play tent for 28 mil a day. Yeah, I mean, it's really inconvenient though. So like, again, like I explained that. What else should I explain, guys? Oh yeah, so there's three subscriptions to the game that you can choose to get or not. These are not things that you need to do right away. The game gives you value packs, Comma Blessings, and Book of Old Moons for basically a month when you start the game, just as login rewards, just to show you what they do. Value pack is probably the thing that is most valuable of the three. It gives you all kinds of stuff, and all of them are applied family-wide. Like, the biggest thing that people really worry about is the marketplace tax. You get taxed less when selling things on the marketplace when you have a value pack running. You also get more combat EXP. You get more inventory slots on every character. You get an extra barter refresh if you're a boat person. You get life EXP. You get weight. You get 200 weight as well. And you get, I think, extra storage in every city as well. So, like, it's really good, but it is still optional. You don't have to do this. My recommendation is, if you don't want to buy a value pack, it's totally fine. You can play the game value pack free by basically saving up everything you're going to sell on the central marketplace. Just sell it all, but don't collect it. Okay, just don't hit the collect button. The tax is taken off when you hit the collect button on the central marketplace. So you can sell it, but don't collect it. Okay, then on one day a month, you can basically go to the loyalty tab here, and there's a free-to-play value pack that you can get right here. Okay, you can buy it with loyalties. It's a one-day value pack. So you buy it with loyalties, you activate it, you hit collect all, and then you profit. Okay, you're good. Okay, and then you just do the same thing again. So you can absolutely play the game without a value pack. It's totally doable. It's just a little bit less convenient overall. The Kama Sylvia's Blessing is really good because it gives 20% drop rate. It gives energy regen too. That's less impactful nowadays unless you're a life skiller. But the 20% drop rate is usually what people care about for that. It also gives some warehouse capacity, storage weight limit, transaction weight limit. Like for maids, it's whatever. It's kind of negligible. It's the 20% drop rate that most people care about. And you can get these for free off the central marketplace. Generally speaking, if you open the marketplace up, you come down to Pearl Shop, you go to functional. Yeah, you can see Book of Combat sit here. If you want a Comma Blessing, you can basically just put an order down. You can see how many have been sold here. It's 125,000. There's only 200 orders. Like, you will get one. It'll be pretty easy. You don't need to spend your money on that if you don't want to. You can also get Secret Book of Old Moon as well. Secret Book of Old Moon is the least valuable of the three, but it allows you to villa buff on the go at your campsite without a villa invitation. That is completely unnecessary now because, like, I'm not going to go into how the Magnus works, but that's like, yeah, it's like whatever. It's like a whatever benefit. The Combat EXP plus 100%, the Life EXP plus 50%, that's usually what people care about. And most importantly, it allows you to change your skill add-ons on the go when you're not at a skill instructor. That's convenient. This is of the three, you should feel the least pressured to buy this one, for sure. And again, you can get it off of the marketplace. If you just come down here to function, people will sell them all the time. Pearl Shop, functional, down here. People sell these pretty frequently, and you can just buy them. Easy peasy. Okay. Aside from that, as far as apparel goes, go nuts with the outfits, but only buy one of each if you want to do it. I have a tremendous amount of outfits for all my different characters. I do not ever recommend buying an outfit with the intention to melt it for cronstones. Okay, we're gonna very quickly go through the functional outfits in the game. For like the ones that do something extra beyond just being an outfit for your character. This outfit looks a little ridiculous. But at the end of the day, this is the Trent camouflage outfit. It basically hides your family name. So like when you're PvPing, it'll just say unknown adventurer. People won't be able to tell who you are. It'll just say unknown adventurer. So people like this. The desert camouflage outfit does exactly the same thing. It just looks a little different. So pick the one that you like. This looks obnoxious, but it helps you swim faster. It also gives you fishing +2, I think, or fishing +1. This helps you. This is the better of the two. If you're going to buy one of the two fishing clothes, this one helps you swim faster too. This is the shark outfit. This one gives you underwater breathe time, which is actually useful, in my opinion. So like, if you're going to get them, I recommend the shark outfit. You can also do something fancy, which is like, just wear the helmet, and you can tilt people by running around town with a ridiculous shark helmet on. This is the canapé set. This is used for cooking. This gives you 2 seconds off your cook time, which is very important. You can look at that in my cooking guide. You can see how important cook time is, but you can get to 1 second cook time without it. So it's not by any means required. It just makes it a little bit easier. You have to spend a little less silver to kind of get there. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. It also gives you some cooking EXP too, which will help you level up a little bit faster, but it's not as Is it pay to win? Absolutely, but it's not nearly as important as it used to be. You don't need this. This is the Tuvala set. This actually looks really good. I love this outfit. You actually look like a wandering traveler, an adventurer, an alchemist, whatever. This is basically the alchemy set. This takes 2 seconds off your alchemy time, which actually is very impactful. For alchemy, it also gives alchemy exp, which is kind of invaluable. It's very difficult to get alchemy exp. Cooking's a lot easier to get exp for. Alchemy, not so much. It also looks really fresh and clean. So if you're looking for an outfit that looks good but also gives like a functional aspect to it, in this case, alchemy exp plus 15% and 2 seconds off your alchemy time, this is it. This is the Venasil set. This is the processing outfit. Is the Venasil set on every single class. The male classes, it's named something different, but like it's basically the same thing. They look like a butler, or like they have like a top hat on, whatever. This allows you to process things from the storage without having it in your inventory. So you can process a lot more goods a lot faster without having to move weight around. This is definitely, these are all pay to win outfits. This one it's pretty egregious, but nowadays people don't AFK process as much as they used to, so you don't see the Venasil dress as much. So again, not required by any means. You're probably not going to AFK process very much as a new character. This is the riding attire, so this helps you with training. Gives you mount EXP plus 20%. It's really not worth getting unless you're going to get the hat too. If you get the hat with it, I'm not sure where the hat is. It's down here. If you get the hat too, it's another $5 on top of it, but it gives another 15% mount EXP. And then it becomes worth it. Okay, but like if you're a horse trainer, you need to get the hat too, because otherwise you can just get the free to play. There's a way to do it through free to play, and it's just as good, and you don't worry about it. But the hat, definitely pay to win, definitely gives you a little bit of an advantage. But really only for horse trading. I think that's it. I think that's all of the functional outfits. Interior, don't. Just don't. Mount. Usually they're going to give you a mount skin, but I will go through this very quickly. The reason I told you to buy the Black Spirit Pass earlier is because it gives you a Celestial Calling Horn. It allows you to call your horse from anywhere. That's really good. It'll give you one for free. I also recommend buying the one that's on sale as a new player, because you can have it on another character too. Horse flutes are specific to your character. So if you want to have all of your characters do this, you have to buy this 26 times, right? If you have 26 characters, you got to buy it 26 times. So like, just understand that if you unlock a horse flute on a character, you can't move it to another character. Well, you can once, but the CMs don't like they don't like doing that. They don't like you doing that. This is the thing. Don't buy this. You use that to upgrade the permanent horse flute. Do not buy the Carrack skins. You can't. If you're a new player, you don't even look at this. It takes a month to even get a Carrack. Okay. If you're going to do the boat stuff, you can buy the Carrack skin. Once you have the Carrack, you can buy the Carrack skin. And the best way to do it is a 1+1 box. Wait till it's on sale and then use a coupon on it. So it's only like $30. Okay. But like, this is a $63 skin for a boat that you don't have if you're a new player. Don't do that. These right here, these look really cool. And a lot of new players are baited into buying these. Do not buy these. You can't actually use them for your horse. These are only... like the mythical ones, the mythical Dine, these ones, you cannot use these. I know what you're thinking, but Blue, I got a free horse from my Vibikio's Dream Horse. No, you didn't. Okay, there are T9 horses and there are T10 horses. Okay, you do not have a T10 horse. Okay, you have a tier 9 horse. You have a normal Dine. Okay, this one, you can put this on a normal T9 Arduino. This is a Pegasus. You can put this on your normal Pegasus. So you can do this one. You cannot do this one. Okay. The mythical Arduinauts, you can't buy this. This is only for tier 10 horses. I don't know. I think it's extremely predatory that they allow new players to buy this, but it is what it is. Like I can't fix it. The only thing I can tell you, if it says mythical Arduinaut, you can't buy this one. Okay. These are the T10 skins. They are specifically for tier 10 horses. You can, however, buy these normal ones. Will go on your Dine. Right, they'll go on your Pegasus, and they will go on your Doom. Right, these are fine if you want to get those, but not the mythical ones. Okay. As far as the other horse skins, you can come down here. They did give away a Belution horse skin for Prime this month. If you are a member of Amazon Prime, you can claim that. and you can get that for free. They give away horse gear for like the Calpheon and the Heidel balls normally. They give them away as events. So like they give away all kinds of different horse gear for different events and things. So like if you don't want to buy horse gear, I don't necessarily recommend it right away. If you're going to be a horse trainer, sure, it helps you a little bit. Check out my horse trainer guide for more details on that. But for the most part, you're probably not going to have to worry about it. If I type in Belushon, there we go. You can see that there's some just on the market. You could buy them with silver. Okay, nothing else in the mount tab should be relevant to you when you're a new player. Don't do it, okay? Pets, we talked about already, and again, I have a pet guide. I would recommend looking at it if you want to know more about how to enhance your pets. Okay, new and returning player function. This is great, but I would also make sure that if you click on reward and you click on login reward, there's a lot of login rewards for a new player. There's welcome back. This is like the returning player stuff. There's also a new player one, it's always going to look different to you. You're always going to have different stuff, okay? You'll notice they'll give you 3,000 loyalties. It'll give you a 50% discount coupon. That's what I recommend using on the tent. Okay? Tent. You want to use it on the tent. 1+1 blocks plus that means you're getting the tent for like $10 if you got it on sale too. Like really, really good. Again, there's discount coupons here too, so like just kind of use these wisely as you get them. Okay. All right, one thing I forgot to say about the Pearl Shop thing, when you get a coupon in the game, it's going to go into your inventory, and you need to right-click the coupon. Right-click, okay, in order to activate it. Otherwise, it won't work, okay? You do get, as a new player, you get Vibikio's Dream Horse for free. Right here, okay? You're gonna Jay's Hammer of Precision if you're watching this video before October. Sell that. Just sell it immediately. You're like just sell it, man. It doesn't matter. Just sell it. Okay. This to the marketplace, not the vendor. Oh God, do not vendor this. Don't throw it away. Don't vendor it. Sell it to the marketplace. Sometimes you have to be careful, guys. The Vibikio's Dream Horse, you can pick whichever one you want. Okay, so when you get it, just pick the one that you want. All right, there's Doom, which is like the fiery one. There's the Dine, which is the unicorn, which can drift instant excel through the desert really quickly. And then there's the Pegasus, which can fly. Okay, the unicorn can also give you a temporary like 1 minute buff, which is pretty cool for node wars and stuff. But like, so, and when I say fly for the Pegasus, it's more like falling with style. Okay, just to be clear, just when you pick your horse, it's going to give you the option male or female. You pick the male. Okay, the females are a dime a dozen. They're everywhere in this game. You don't have to worry about females. You're going to want a male. I'm not going to go into the specifics on it, but you absolutely need to pick a male. It's way better. Okay, way better, because eventually you're okay. Fine, Jesus, bro, fucking chat. Okay. Eventually, you're going to have to go for a T10 horse, and you need a male and a female of your horse in order to do that. And you're not going to be able to get a male and a female unless you literally pick the male initially. If I go to the horse market right here, and I go to Dream, female. Hey, there's one male. Hey, there's one male, female. Hey, there's a male. You'll notice there's no male Dines or Pegasus. Female. Have I made my point? Have I made my point? Okay. Male horse. Look, they're all dooms. Good luck. That's all for the Vibikio's Dream Horse. When you pick your horse, you'll notice I picked the Dine. Yeah, that's super great. Let's teach you how to ride a horse. Okay. In Black Desert, there's many different ways to ride a horse. You can hold shift and just start rolling. Okay. Yeah, this is great. This is great. But there's also a way faster way to do this. If you hold F, you instant excel. Okay? And you'll notice the instant excel goes on cooldown and then it comes back. Goes on cooldown and then it comes back. This is what a lot of new players do. I'm just holding F right now. Okay? I'm actually going to pull up the... there we go. That way you can see what I'm pressing. Okay? This is how you normally ride a horse. If you're lazy, sure. Okay. Okay, but if you want to go super fast, I feel the need for speed, and you're going to need to know how to do this pretty quickly. You need to know how to drift instant excel. Okay. For starters, if you want your horse to be able to sprint, you have to put a saddle on it. They're really cheap. Just get it off the marketplace. Easy peasy. The rest of it doesn't matter. You can put gear on your horse whenever you want. Doesn't matter. But like, as far as like being able to, wait, does charge need some? I feel like charge. Champron. The reason I have a champron on is I'll explain in a second. Charge needs a champron, so I recommend buying a saddle and a champron so you can use all the horse skills necessary. Okay? Very, very cheap. All right? But drift is A or D when you're sprinting. Okay, so like that. This is a drift. A or S. It's S and A or S and D. Okay, I use SA most of the time, but you can do this. This is what drift looks like. Okay, now this can be used. Drift can be used to reset Instant Accel's cooldown. Instant Accel is that thing I was doing before where I was just holding F. That little burst of speed. You'll notice that, well, it only does it every once in a while. Okay, well, drift will reset Instant Accel's cooldown. So if I drift, I can Instant Accel, and then drift, and then I can Instant Accel right away. You see how this works? This is way faster. Drift, Instant Accel. You want to try to get used to this. Now you're flying. Now you're cruising. Now you're cruising like a professional Black Desert player. But now I'm going to teach you the tech that most players don't even know about if they've been playing the game for 6 years. You'd be surprised how many people don't know that you can do this. From a stop, most players feel like they have to start galloping, and then they can sprint, and then they can go. That's not the case. Okay, you can actually charge and cancel charge into drift, and then Instant Accel immediately. Charge, drift, Instant Accel. From a stop, you can go up to speed immediately. Okay, just by hitting Q right before you go, and then you can drift and then go straight in. Yeah, I'm already getting the what the f in the chat. That's crazy. Yeah, saved a life. All right, I get it. Yeah, right. This is how you professionally drive in Black Desert. All right, this is it. Really easy. Really easy. You should, when you're a new player, join a guild. Okay, you hit G. Okay, it will open up the guild tab. You should try to find an active guild. If you're on North America and you want to join my community guild, it's super active. People are always there to ask questions. They're always running guild bosses. People are always online. You can join Reassembled. Is really good. Okay, I will type it on the screen. Okay, Reassembled. Okay, if you want to join Reassembled, it's a PvX guild. There's no requirements. It's specifically designed to help new players. There's always channels. It's run out of my Discord, so you can join my community Discord. And like ping at Reassembled and ask for help and stuff, and people will help you. If you're on EU, you're completely no one does that. But like this Ex Mortis is a solid guild. There's people typically always online when I'm online in this guild, although this is not a good example. Never mind, the guild is completely dead. Don't join this one. But like eventually I will find some EU guilds that are actually worth joining and have like active people. Like holy shit, there's like literally 3 people online. What the is that, bro? There's 3 people here. What the shit? All right, that's fine. It's that guy hasn't been online in 30 days. That's fine. People are helpful on EU. Yeah, you definitely want to join a guild as fast as possible. When you're a new player, the most important thing is that you join a guild and get involved with a community. You don't have to be an extrovert. You don't have to be... You can totally be an introvert. It's okay. Most people that play video are introverts. You don't have to worry about it. Just get involved in a community. Because if you don't, you're going to have way less buffs too. Just to be clear, you're at a strict disadvantage if you're not in a guild. You're yourself. Because people that are in a guild get 10% drop rate when they want it. They get 200% combat EXP when they want it. They get 40% life EXP when they want it. They also get +3 gathering, +3 fishing. No one cares about trading. They get gathering and life skill buffs all the time. You also get evasion and accuracy rate and DR. You'll be tankier like across the board. Like if you're in a guild, you get all these passive buffs, which is really, really good. You can't go wrong. There's also special guild events, which you'll get special login rewards for. So highly recommend just reaching out and joining a guild pretty quickly, even if you're playing the game solo and don't intend on interacting with other people. But now we've fast forwarded. Look, guys, we're done with seasonal. Sweet. As you go through the main storyline, you're going to get Naru gear. You're going to get seasonal gear. You basically just need to do the entire main storyline. Okay. I'm going to unhide completed quests. It's basically going to take you through all the way through. The Madai or the Ancient Stone Chamber quest line is going to start you in Balanos up here. Then it's going to take you down to Serendia down here. And then it's going to take you over to Calpheon over here. And you'll explain explore all these regions. Once you finish those, you're going to move over here. And you're going to do Medaya. This is the Medaya quest line, okay? It's called Medaya, okay? After you finish the Medaya quest line, you get to actually start playing the game. As you go through the main story, it's going to give you something called Naru gear. I don't think I have any left on my account. Yeah, no, because it just turns into Tuvala later, okay? Your Naru gear will be turned into Tuvala when you finish enhancing it. Just enhance your Naru gear up. If you want to know exactly how it's done, I go over it in my gear guide. Check that out in the video description. Again, like I go through basically exactly what to do with Naru gear. Do not enhance your Naru accessories. Don't need to do that. Just the armor and the weapons. Just hit them to pen as you get the stones, as you go through the main story, and you will be just fine. Okay. Okay, so once you finish the Naru gear, the game will prompt you and you will turn it into Tuvala, and then you'll have to do your seasonal. Okay. As you're doing seasonal, you just enhance the Tuvala just like you enhance the Naru gear, except you're going to do it with those time-filled Blackstones, which apparently I don't have any of because seasonal literally just started again. They look like this. This is what they look like. Okay. These are what time-filled Blackstones are. You're going to get thousands and thousands and thousands of these. Okay. You use them at the blacksmith. So at the blacksmith at any major town, you're like, oh my God, where's the blacksmith? I don't know where an NPC is. Again, you just top right here, find NPC. Okay. And you can just click on repair. And then it hit T and it auto paths you to the NPC. Oh, I want to go to the stable keeper. There's the nearest stable. Bam. If you want to look for a very specific NPC, you just type their name in the search function and hit enter. Okay. Like I'm looking for Deve. Oh, that's the Altanora storage keeper. It's going to path me over here. Okay, that passed me right to it. It's a very, very handy function. If you need to find something on your account, you can hit Control F and it'll pull up find my item. Okay, and then you can just type in what you're looking for. Okay, and it'll come up. Okay. And then you can pull it out if you have maids. So like this is in Olvia right now. Oh, I want this. I can right click it. It's going to tell me, hey, we're going to use a maid. And then it's going to go on cooldown. Boom. Now I have it in my inventory. Easy. All right. So you're going to go over to the blacksmith. Your time-filled Blackstones can be turned in for Tuvala accessories. So you just click on the blacksmith. You click exchange. And you can scroll down here. He should be able to exchange for Tuvala if you have time-filled stones. Again, they look like this. On your person, you should be able to exchange them at just about any major blacksmith in any major city for the accessories that you need. And you get those time-filled stones like super frequently. If you run out of time-filled stones, just do your seasonal weekly. There's a seasonal weekly where if you hit O and you go to suggested, it'll be in your suggested tab. Basically, when you're on your seasonal character, there will be seasonal weeklies for every single grind spot in the game. So pick a grind spot that you like to go to. Normally, the best one to do is like Desert Nagas or Desert Fogans, which are kind of over here. And you can just bang out a few mobs. You go to the node manager, like at Desert Nagas, for example, you just talk to the node manager. He has the quest. You grab it. It's going to refill all your time-filled stones, and then you're off to the races again. Usually, you should be able to finish full pen Tuvala. By the time you finish the main story, and you do one seasonal weekly, you should literally basically have full pen Tuvala. It's literally just that simple. It's a joke. Maybe you might not get enough, but I recommend grinding on a seasonal server. If you don't have enough to like time-filled stones to finish it, just keep grinding on a seasonal server, and you'll just get them from mobs. You'll get them from everything that you do. So it's important that you're questing, you're doing everything you can on seasonal servers, and we talked about those earlier when you were doing like server selection. Just make sure that you're on one of these season servers here. Okay. Like I'm on Serendia 4 right now because I can't actually join the other servers because I'm not a seasonal character. But as long as you're on a seasonal server, you should be able to bang out your Tuvala pretty quickly. So a lot of players ask when they should graduate their seasonal, when they should wait. And as a new player, you should just graduate your seasonal when you finish with the season pass. It's totally fine so that you can wear your other gear and get to the other grind spots faster. I wouldn't worry about... You can try to not graduate seasonal and like turn in the time filled stones for fail stacks and stuff and loot scrolls and stuff, but like it's really not worth it long term. You can just get to the higher grind zones faster if you just graduate, so you should just graduate right away. Once your Tuvala is full pen, most people, that's usually where the guide ends. But I'm going to teach you what you basically need to do beyond this. You need to run over to Jetina. This is now your bread and butter woman. She ain't much, but she's honest work. Look at this. She's a beautiful lady. Look at her. She's great. She's got quests for you, okay? This is how you do your weeklies, okay? You need to do your weekly every week, okay? Imperfect beings, right here, okay? You need to try to start doing this as a new player basically right away, because you're gated. Your gear is going to be gated by how much of these things you have, okay? And it's going to take a while to get enough of those, all right? This is the guaranteed pen boss system. So, like, what I'm teaching you to do is to do this weekly really frequently, so that, like, the sooner you start doing it, the more of these things you have, because this is the gate for the Jetina pen system. I'm not going to go completely through the system, but just know that you need to do this every week, okay? When you chat with her, she's going to ask you to hand over 2 late Naras. Well, Blue, where do I get late Naras? Well, there's these dark rifts that spawn, okay? You'll notice that when you spawn in on your account, these are available, okay? When you finish your seasonal, you can basically do them. You should have the gear by the time you finish Medaya. You should be able to kind of do them. They give really good rewards. These will drop latent auras basically all the time, and you can just use 2. All you need is 2 of those. So you can just do like 1 or 2 bosses, and you will have enough to get your weekly done for the week. And you just turn it in. And then she gives you the concentrated boss crystals that you want. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy peasy. Okay, then you go back and you can go keep grinding. All right, there's another Jetina thing that you should probably know about. If you hit I, it's this flashing icon right here. You click on this button. This is your pen accessory. Okay, basically all you have to do is you have to click the button, and if the item is in your inventory, it'll ask how much of the item you want to put in, and you just keep dumping items in until it's pen. I highly recommend, if you're a new player, I go over this in my gear guide again, but at least get your crescent ring to Tet. If you're going to do it, so because it's kind of an improvement. When you graduate from seasonal, you should get a pen Kaposha necklace. Okay? Fugar is your guy for basically everything seasonal. Okay? Fugar's right here. All right? He's going to ask you what special gift you want. Okay? It's very important that you do not f this up. Okay? No. 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 Yes. Okay. This is the good one. Take the necklace. Okay. Then, if you finish seasonal a second time, because you can run through seasonal twice on 2 different characters and get another reward, then you take the belt. Okay. You take the necklace and the belt. Okay. If you f it up, understand you're an idiot, but also you can roll it to whatever other Kaposha that you want. Okay. So there's like a quest I think that Jetina has. So you talk to Jetina with the item in your inventory, hit quest, choose a pen Kaposha. She's going to ask you to give her a pen Kaposha, and then she's going to give you a Tet with the ability to enhance it to pen for free. Okay, so it'll give you a pen Kaposha of your choosing. My recommendation is that you have the necklace and the belt initially. Okay, the first 2 times you go through seasonal, necklace and the belt. Then in your Y tab, they're going to give you a Tri Kaposha, which you will then, I have to hide on, is there any way to complete? There we go. Should be right there. It's going to give you a try for free. Okay. You can either pick the ring or the earring. Okay. Because you can roll them to whatever one you need later. Okay. It's also going to give you these dreamy crystal of balances. That's going to give you this stuff for free too. Okay. And that's going to allow you to basically enhance your try to pen for free. Okay. If that's not enough, you can also catch coelacanth. You can just AFK fish, and you can turn coelacanths in for it too. If you click manage currency, so on the top right of your screen, right there, you can click manage currency. Oops. Okay. And where are the coelacanths? There they are. Okay. You can turn them in for dreamy crystal of balances like each week or whatever. Or you can, oh, I'm sorry, you can do this 3 times. So 25 coelacanths 3 times. Boom, that's a pen composure right there. Okay, so you should have at least 3 pen composures when you're done with seasonal. I have 4 because I've been playing the game for a little while now on this account, so I have 4. Okay. Strongly recommend to finish the 8 Tours Power Stone. This is the Ulukita quest line. So if you hit O, main story, it would be under Ulukita. I'm not sure where it is. It should be like down here. There it is. Yeah, you finish this Ulukita quest line right here. It will give you 8 Tours Power Stone. It has 1 AP on it. Again, this is all just main storyline stuff. Okay. Everything else, you're just going to grind for. You are going to have to do the Magnus quest line as a new player eventually. So when you hit O, I'm going to put this right over the content just like this so that I have everyone's attention. You are all welcome. When you hit O like this and you click on main, you need to do the Magnus quest line, okay? You're looking for the Magnus, okay? And it'll open it up. This will open up global storage for you. This will open up storage for you. Stop moving, honey. Oh my God. This will open up global storage for you and the global teleport as well. Okay, so you will be able to teleport to different regions. Fast travel, global storage. It's all a slam dunk. And you will also get a free piece of pen boss gear when you finish the quest line as well. So just make sure that you you do the Magnus. When you finish the Magnus, I highly recommend choosing red nose armor. Okay. After you finish it, okay? So red nose armor, no matter what build you are, just pick the red nose. You cannot go wrong. Red nose will save you money in the long term because it requires less coffers to get this level 10 as I go over in my gear guide. Again, if you want to know the exact reason, go to my gear guide, but the short answer is pick the red nose. You're also, when you hit level 61 and you finish seasonal and stuff, you're going to get a black star. It's very important that you pick the right black star. All right? There's a main weapon, an awakening weapon, and a sub weapon. And I know what you're thinking. The sub weapon can be used for both. And although that's true, you don't pick the sub weapon. You never pick the sub weapon. Do not do that. You have mental illness if you pick the sub weapon and you don't have other black stars. Do not do that. Okay? Now, if you're an awakening class or you're playing an awakening spec on an awakening class, pick the awakening box. If you're playing a succession class, pick the pre-awakening box, like the main weapon box. Okay? So it really see, I'm a Dark Knight, but I'm an awakening Dark Knight. So if I hit I, you'll notice I still have my Tuvala on, but I've got an awakening Vediant. Okay? You'll notice how much higher my AP is in awakening. I've gotten through all the major brackets. You get way more bracket AP, way more AP overall. Because you have the black star on in that thing. A lot of people are going to tell you, oh, you pick the main hand every time regardless. That is not the case. Do not ever listen to those people. If you're playing Awakening, you absolutely want to pick the Awakening black star because you need those brackets, especially early on. The 260 brackets are extremely important. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, some people are asking about like, what about Scholar? If your class utilizes both, typically the best thing to do is to pick the main hand. Okay, so if you play Scholar, I actually honestly would probably pick the Sledgehammer because most of Scholar's skills do more damage with the Sledgehammer, although you can't really f this up. If you pick the Sledgehammer, great. If you pick the main hand weapon, that's totally fine too. So Scholar, you can't mess up. Just don't pick the sub weapon. Okay, just don't pick the sub weapon. Pendandy's 4 bill. Exactly. That should show you how important, this is important though. Like, yeah, Pendandy is only 4 bill. But the black star, which is the thing that you're choosing, is closer to 15. It's 14 bill. Okay? Extremely expensive. Okay? So it's important to get the black star on the correct part of your... Plus, it's the one you're probably going to pen first, too. All right? What about Archer? Archer, you pick the awakening weapon only. Archer will only pick the awakening weapon. This is good. I'm glad you guys are talking about... asking me questions like this. Archer only uses its awakening. If there's any Archer mains in chat, you can back me up on this. But Archer will only pick the awakening weapon. That's just the way that it goes. Okay. The main weapon is not used this frequently on Archer, and that's just how it is. Hammer Mommy can choose either or. It doesn't really matter. The main has its advantages. The other also has its advantages, or like the awakening also has its advantages. How does this quest work on Shy? I think you just have to pick main or sub. I don't think the box opens on Shy. I don't think the awakening box opens on Shy. And you're picking the flow rang every time on like your boomerang. Yeah, it doesn't have Shy listed. Yeah, you can't list it. You can't actually open it on Shy. So Shy is picking the pre-awakening every time. Okay, so this is what you're going to do after seasonal is done. Like you're going to do your Jetina pens. All that stuff is going to be great. And you're going to start working on coffers. After you start getting your pen gear together and your Jetina pens kind of working, you're going to get your coffers going. Okay. And you're going to start throwing coffers into your gear. And then after that, you can, again, reference my gear guide for more information. Okay. So there's going to be these really fun, super exciting things called the Adventure Log Bookshelf, which if you click Adventure, you can click Adventure Log Bookshelf. There's these things. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not actually fun. Okay? Like, you do have to do them, though. They give permanent stats on your characters. I'll have log guides out soon. We've got the footage. When I ran through it, I did it. So just check out my adventure log guide. It should all be one video, basically, and you just kind of go through to the part of the video you need. But yeah, you don't worry about these until you have 600 gear score. Okay? And I know what you're thinking. Okay? You said blue. I'm already 600 gear score. I'm way higher than 600 because 260 plus 271 plus 325, I'm 856 gear score. No, you moron, you are not. Okay? Your gear score is your highest AP plus your DP. Okay? It's 271 plus 325. Okay? So theoretically, I shouldn't even necessarily have done my logs yet. Okay? I have done them, a decent amount of them on this account just because I wanted to start knocking them out. Okay, I still have not done all of them yet, though, because I'm not really at that threshold. Once you're over 600 gear score, then you can start to look at those, but you don't need to worry about those as a new player. A lot of players are going to tell you, yeah, hey, yo, you should do your logs, whatever. No, don't even worry about it, okay, until you're through this. This is the tag function right here. Yep. I can select a character to tag to. But I haven't. Okay, so there we go. If I tag these two characters together, they will both get EXP when I grind. So basically, if you do this quest, you'll be able to tag your characters. Yeah, it's a really short quest, but it is kind of annoying. You have to run over there and do it. Anyway, you can tag your gear to another character. You can item copy all of your gear to another character, which allows you to try out other characters for a very cheap cost in Black Desert. Okay, so even if you don't get the right character the first time, you can tag to other characters and kind of try your hand. And it's a lot cheaper. They also have tag events, which I recommend waiting for, which makes it really cheap, basically free to tag your gear to other characters, which is good. Okay. Usually, the cost that it takes to tag is based on how much your weapons are worth on the central marketplace. So if you're using Tuvala, it's really cheap. But if you have 3 pen black stars, it's going to cost you 4 to 7 billion to tag. It's pretty expensive as you get more and more gear in the game, but when you're young and you're a spry lad and you're new to the game, it's going to be really cheap. All right, guys, thanks for watching my new player tips and tricks guide. I know it was long, but it is kind of thorough. It should help you play the game. Hopefully it helps you in your journey in Black Desert. Check out my other guides in the video description below if you want to see more from my channel and all of the stuff that you're probably going to need for Black Desert. Like and subscribe, comment for the algorithm gods. Love you guys. Till next time.